intro and we're just gonna go in. It's not gonna be like really crazy official or anything like that.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay, hello guys. We're gonna do a little bit of a analysis of a run here for the Long Library Discord. With me is TheBlacktastic.
Oh, sorry.
He just asked me to do some tips for his all bosses run, and I decided instead of us talking about it in some Discord or Twitch chat, might be interesting for you guys to hear us actually discuss the run. So we're about at the point of the run where we pick up the bat, and we're gonna start the run in 3, 2, 1, go.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna kind of talk about it, and if I have any comments, I'm just gonna say it, stuff like that. Nothing really super serious about this.
No, this game is a masterpiece.
But yeah, until this point, I would say pretty much everything is fine. Although the XP route does also matter for all bosses, so you might look into that. For example, that skeleton in Alchemy Lab that you skip, you might want to kill that guy, and then adjust a little bit. It's not as important, but after Rom Scout looked into it a little bit, the last time he was doing runs, it does make a little bit of a difference, but it's not that big of a deal. Like a few seconds here and there. There's actually an XP round for a second castle now, which is crazy. You know the frozen halves before Galamoth? You need to skip one of them. Which is, yeah, as you might imagine, a little bit of painful.
I mean, like it's a bit of it's a bit of navigation, but once you're well seasoned with controlling the wing smashes, as long as as well as keeping them consistent, it shouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, but that play specifically, it's little painful. You do the boost here? Yeah, you do. That's pretty good. You want a mana prism though, instead of doing the second damage boost, because it will give you enough mana to do the full strat here instead of having to untransform here. You can just fly straight up and do the whole thing.
It's like I find myself missing that small little crawl space that you dive into.
You pretty much go straight for both of the knights. You kill them, and then you go down after the second one dies. Let's see how you pick up the leaf stone here. So what you can do is you can wing smash all the way up to the leaf stone and miss bat exactly on it, on top of it, and turn around and wing smash instead of doing any dive bat stuff. It's a little bit faster, though it's tight on mana, so
Right.
Might want to tighten the run in general first, but it's like one of the things you can try.
You guys rock.
The navigation here is still kind of rocky.
That sounds like such a ingenuine.
Oh, I hate when that happens. When you dive bad, but it just goes nowhere. And I feel like I do it a lot on controller because I'm still not used to doing all bosses movement on it. And it's basically not holding forward, just holding down. That causes that. Here, I see you do the forward step method of doing this. And I'm not sure why. Is it easier for you than backdash?
It's like when doing it map bufferless, it's easier for me to just do a front step. I never practiced the backdash into it.
That's interesting. I mean, if it works, that's fine. Have you seen the new stuff that on Mitako's run and mine?
I was actually watching Mitako's run this morning before all of this.
That's end level optimization.
We're friends now.
Even Romscott doesn't do it in the record. So here I really like this section, but you could have just hit that little slope down below. You probably know about this, right? Yeah, and just go all the way up. That's still pretty good. Oh, have you seen the clip of Aurochs clipping out of bounds here? On me once. I think it was in Maria. I'm gonna show it to you later. It's hilarious. He just goes out of bounds and you can't kill him.
Right. So I gotta stop taking those bongs, like the untransform.
Yeah,
So much
missed
better.
that. I mean, if you're like not sure where exactly it's gonna come, it's fine. Here you want to transform and jump down instead of bonking down like that, but it's
Yeah, I did the kind of babyer strat just to time the dive bat. It's like when I was new to the route.
Here there's a cool way you can wing smash up to the first skeleton down, and
I saw
you
that.
can
I saw that in
also-
the tacos run.
Yeah, because you fit an attempt at the zip, and then if it fails, which most of the time it will, you just do that, and you basically don't lose any time. You just gain time from that stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You basically align yourself up against the ledge and just go straight down. And here you just go all the way around. So all this movement is probably super... I don't even know how to make this more optimal. Although you probably just go straight, I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's eventually just gonna move on to clips anyway.
Yeah. Oh, you do that. That's pretty sweet. With Maria, you can actually buffer 2 things instead of 1.
Oh,
I don't know why,
what?
but you can turn around and backdash out of the door instead of doing 1 buffer. Oh, here, instead of doing that, you want to just backdash off of the first ledge and fall on top of the guy and just mana prism and shield him in the face.
Got it.
Nah, you're just saying that.
Yeah, that's about even the more optimal versions of that movement. Oh, okay. One thing that I noticed you doing a few times. If a ledge is more than 1, like the smallest, height it can be, you don't want to shoot dash off of it. You want to jump off of it.
Jump. Okay.
Yeah, because you basically want to move forward more. The smallest ones, it's more worth it to shoot dash off of, but the ones that are this height or higher, you want to jump off of. So you did this cool thing, you just missed the transformation, but that's a pretty cool thing that Mouse came up with. Overall, pretty good escape.
I'm a lot of the, if you can't get something done right, do it yourself.
I was surprised that you got this here, because you didn't line up, you just kind of did it on the fly, because you're a god.
I practiced that a lot.
Yeah,
so it was like an hour of doing cavern navigation before I actually started doing attempts. I felt pretty proud.
So this solo zip here, you do it in a really weird way. You stand on the wrong ledge. I mean, wrong. It's not wrong, but you do it from the... Usually we jump on the next one on the ledge. And here's 2 things that weren't known before. First of all, you don't need the bat kick. You can just miss bat and wait for the flames to show up and just wing smash in there.
Yes.
And then when you go back into the room, what you want to do, I mean, when you go into the other room and you go back to the right, what you want to do is have the bat be as low as possible to the floor. And when you press right, you want to start holding left immediately. That way you're going to zip down, you're not going to transform, and you're going to be in bat form still.
This is terrible.
Yeah, this stuff here. Do you know about the skipping killing them? You basically want to ride the standing up above.
Yeah, so you basically just hit the barrel.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement in this section from after Scylla up to this. I gotta have them hearts. There's a lot of optimization here, but it doesn't add up to that much time. So as long as it's smooth, it's gonna be fine. So these dive kicks on almost all of these bosses, you pretty much, if they're as good as they can be, they're saving time, but if they're not, they're probably losing time. Oh, here, you can just jump off of that when it starts falling and stuttering your movement.
Okay.
This is pretty good. Yeah, some of these locations are just not made for the movement of the game, for speedrunning, and you just kind of have to do your best. When I see this place, what my brain goes to is Richter all bosses. Because this is whatever. You just kind of wing smash, do some stuff. But in Richter, you're like, I hope I don't die. I hope I don't die.
Yeah, good old glass cannon of ours.
Yeah.
I picked up way too many, way too many items dropped. Like this is where my menuing just goes.
It's okay.
Whole mush.
There's some menu optimizations that Metapa actually made over the last year for both 90% and all bosses.
I've been seeing with his videos, like he's very calculated. Like he always keeps in mind, what drops, what slot he's in at the time of current menuing. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
But that saves, cumulatively seconds.
Yeah, especially the places he was on when he was grinding 80%. His PB is actually a really bad time for him.
Yeah, I watched his all bosses PB and like I felt my heart break. So just a lot of that's.
Oh my god, bad. That hurt
Dude,
me there.
I swear to God, like.
Obviously, the library escape could have been a little bit better, but you know that.
Yeah.
Here you can actually go 2 up and 1 to the left, but
I tried doing that.
You have to transform a little bit sooner for that, and you kind of have to space them out in a weird way. Great Richter skip, all good. So here in reverse keep, you go.
I go
from the
pretty
outside, so that's slower. I actually tested it. It's a tiny difference, but it is slower. It's like less than a second. But you do it pretty much optimally, I'm pretty sure. Bam, bam, yeah.
I should have untransformed closer to the statue when I was entering the room, so that when I super jump to the up left, I would just land on that platform.
Oh yeah, let me, while I'm here, and there's not gonna be much to talk about.
No.
So there's, in a few locations, one of the new things that is used in a lot of this new tech is the double mist. I don't know if I've told you about this before, or if you've seen it.
I don't think so.
Well, you've seen it because you've watched runs, but basically you press mist, then you let go and press mist again, like as soon as possible. Basically, think of it like a just frame mist. Hey, I can use that term now because I'm in the know. And what it does is it cuts the mist animation in half, so it's twice as quick, and it doesn't cost any mana if you do it as quick as possible. It can still be half the duration and like a small mana cost in the worst case scenario.
So I just wanted to point out, reverse clock tower was when I first realized that you can't super jump out of a regular jump if you have double jump.
Yeah, basically in the run, you either, let me think of it. There's very few locations where optimally you end up doing a double jump. A lot of it is untransforming into it.
Yeah.
This all is pretty good. Here you don't need that wing smash. You can just untransform and do it raw, but it's kind of the same.
I am just wholly afraid of this segment in general.
And here, what really matters is doing the just frame misbats because you want as much mana. Yep, as much mana as possible. So it doesn't end up hurting you here because you probably have good mana rolls. But if you have a bad mana roll, you can lose like 6 seconds because of this. It's really bad.
Should I untransform here so I could, yeah.
No, that was pretty good. You just had to gravity boot to the left.
Shout outs to DB for teaching me that I could just skim across the ceiling.
Yeah, and it's actually
avoid any level ups, and I still get the level up.
Yeah, I didn't used to do that, but now it's part of the route because I think in Ramscott's new XP route for the second cast, we have to skip both of those skeletons there. So here, the scary room, you kind of have to have experience and know where to transform basically here.
Yeah.
So this next part, I'm just gonna show you how to do it because this is not it. So yeah, but you know that.
Yeah, this is one of the rooms I have to heavily practice.
Yeah. There's these 2 or 3 locations and all bosses that are pretty tricky. And you pretty much have to know the strat. That's how it works out. Double standard stuff. Taco has this weird method of timing the stopwatch on him. I don't know how he does it actually. I need to ask him about it.
Yeah, I just missed that so I can just make sure to line myself up because this is a scary room.
Yeah. Oh, here you want to untransform exactly before exiting the last room with the skeleton knights, and you'll be in the perfect position to gravity boot. This was pretty good.
Yeah, I missed a bet there.
I think
he was
that's
in a
pretty much
alright position.
Yeah, I don't think you really lose time for that, other than the manipulation.
Well, like if you like miss bet and you're like way too far to the left of him, it just kind of messes up the damage boosting. This I also have to, because like I'm like frantically trying to get super jumps off, and then I start losing track of like where the platform.
I see the ideas here, but yeah, I'm gonna show you some of the stuff here because it's like not super difficult. So you actually got a good lineup there on that plant.
No.
There's a thing that I do. I don't know if, how other people exactly time this, but when you move with the bat, when you transform and when you tap a direction with it, or you miss bat or something like that, so the bat moves and you hear its sound after that when you just tap for him to move. And that way you can line up for a lot of these things. I use it in 90% as well.
This sucks. This sucks.
Yeah, those one transforms is just difficult. I honestly think that even Xbox is lagging a little bit here. Oh, did you know that?
Okay, so that wasn't just all me. What's up?
Do you know that Rumscout's Xbox crashes if he does this section too much?
Crashes? No.
Yeah, it just memory leaks and it just dies eventually.
He wasn't paying attention to the sound cues. Usually I do.
Here you can just mash backdash out of that room. It's actually not fast with the Batcave.
This is a clean escape for the most part.
Necklace of J.
Never mind.
I mean, honestly, just one untransformer is still pretty good for that room, statistically. Ah, you don't want damage from there. You can miss that and ride the second slope.
Yeah, I just saw that this morning.
This here was actually pretty good.
I tried to get the dive kit off here.
Yeah, but good ideas on all of those falls. I've tried to optimize that room to squeeze out the second or two, like use some test strats, but it's not. It can't get that much better than it already is, unfortunately. Because like the way the past dive kicks is not really doable RTA. Okay, good. Very good there. So here's one of the places where it would be helpful to do the dive enter. Yeah. Just to cause the AI to activate a little bit sooner.
Yeah, I know. I do that for like rooms like Akbadan, but it was just any percent, muscle memory.
Here, what you can do is go right with one gravity boot, twice up, and then you go left. I think Romscott does it in his run. I'm pretty sure. I don't honestly think that you lose a lot of time if you land there, because the other situation would be to miss that instead of doing smashing, because it ends up mostly the same. Slight difference, probably.
if this, we're gonna cut off another minute. But it's stone yet.
Because I missed the. Yeah.
There you can transform at the second to last candle, and it's gonna end up being exactly in front of the door. Here's one of the places where you can end that gravity boot with a double mist instead of bonking and landing a little bit quicker. Okay, here, this fight.
Yeah, apparently I'm doing this like hella wrong. Apparently,
this is how it used to go, but you want to start at the far left and basically have your shield inside of Grant as he's spawning. He'll get knocked back into Trevor, and then you kill both of them at the same time, and then you jump up and kill Scylla. So it's a little bit quicker. And you also can stopwatch just before they spawn to slow them down a little bit. That also helps.
oh, whoops.
Here, for some reason, it looks like you're spacing out your ring smashes a little bit too far apart. I don't know why. It looks like a PlayStation habit.
Scary.
I'm gonna show you the Beelzebub fight, because it's pretty easy. But you have to know what to do, otherwise it's not.
Yeah, like when like doing it like the optimal way, like I find myself on transforming like a bit too late. It just throws it off.
Yeah, there's a visual cue. Actually, initially I only meant for that to be faster on PlayStation, because if you do this strat on PlayStation, it lags the game a shit ton. So I was like, what can I do to reduce that? And it ended up being just faster in general.
Yeah, I love it when I walk off ledges.
Especially when you have a leap stone. And then he does that weird float. You just lose
so
control.
slow.
Yeah. Oh, I seriously hope that people can hear you. Fuck it, I'm gonna edit it later if it's too quiet.
Not a terribly big factor at all.
I tried doing one in a right, but my fingers wouldn't agree with me.
And I'm assuming this is all pretty standard stuff here.
Yeah.
So okay, let me. Do you have my stream up?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just show a few of the things real quick. So here at the room after death, you can just hold up stopwatch and mana prism. You do a bat dash. You hold up to move the bat a little bit. And then you do grab bat like that. We come here. And when you go here, so most of the time the bats won't be able to reach you, but when you untransform, you go up left and you either miss bat. Well, miss bat is gonna be the best case scenario, and you wanna touch this thing and run against it. Untransform, go up, and you're gonna be able to come here with just one gravity boot.
Alright, let me pull up. I don't think I have a save file that's there.
Uh-oh. That's why is my...
Oh, you can keep doing. I'm just gonna pull up SOTN real quick.
Oh, there we go. Just my level was a little bit up. So when you're here, you move up, and you basically just tap, and you're gonna be in a perfect position where you're not gonna get hit by the plant. You transform, you go straight up, and then you go diagonal after that. You're gonna be around this little gap here. when we go diagonal, you want to, as soon as possible, bat to not bonk anywhere. Like this. Then you're gonna turn around, diagonally grab bat to the gravity boot right, and then you're gonna miss bat instead of bat, because if you bat, you're gonna end up being too far right, and if you miss bat, you're gonna end up in this gap. So then you just go here, and the best case is like also the easiest. You just go straight up and wing smash. Okay, here, this Beelzebub thing. Basically what you want to do is miss bat, hold up. You don't need to touch all the way the ledge. You just want to hold up and miss bat to move a little bit upwards. So you're gonna wing smash up, and when you reach this ledge here, about this, you're gonna touch it and you're gonna untransform as you do it. So it's gonna look something like this. Untransform. What am I doing? Let me actually do it first. And then... there we go. So basically after you touch it, you want to untransform. I think I said as you touch it, but you need to do it after the bat kind of bounces off.
So what's the way to ensure that I don't get hit when I untransform?
So,
do I just hold out shield or mesh?
No. So after you untransform, after you press bat to untransform, you just hold shield. And it's gonna assure that it comes out. Also, if you find yourself being kind of far into him, you wanna hold right and shield at the same time.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm untransforming early right there, but that's still a pretty good. And you basically dive kick once inside him, and he's gonna die. You don't want to do it as quickly as possible. Oh well, I honestly don't know why I'm untransforming so early, but I'm just kind of lost practice. But you do it once, and he's gonna basically die from that damage. Untransform here, bam. Let's see, what else did I have prepared? Oh yeah, here, once you attempt this, you basically just line against this ledge in the pillar in the background, and you wing smash straight down, and similar to Beelzebub, you just hold left and shield. Yeah.
So do that from the right side. Like say we were just doing this from all bosses. We were just escaping. Well, so you would untransform, shield walk off the ledge, and then you'd bat, and then you'd line yourself up with the ceiling of the other staircase.
Oh, you mean this?
Then,
this here?
Yeah,
where
for all rocks.
So you basically come down here. Let me just do it with the wing smashes before. You go down, you untransform around this ledge, around this here. You basically want to be in a position where you can dive kick like this. And here you attempt the zip by wing smashing and untransforming as soon as the wing smash starts up. And I got it, of course, because I'm trying to not get it. And then as you're falling here, you just hold right and you line up. Miss bat, line up, and you go straight down. And here at the skeleton you hold left and shield in order to not get hit.
Got it.
If you get it, in case you accidentally get it and get stuck, so you're gonna go down, you're gonna miss bat, you're gonna hear the bat move, hear that sound, then you're gonna wing smash downwards, and you want during the black screen to miss bat. to get the optimal version. But if you don't, that's still fine. And if you don't get it, you just go down. Bam. Okay, let me go to the actual important place. And show you the clip. Because it's really, once you know the setup, it's very simple. I'm not gonna go get gravity boots because I don't need them. You can actually set up like this. Just wing smash low. As long as you're not touching these things and you're a little bit lower, you're gonna be fine. Because if you are too high up here and you wing smash against him in either bonk or untransform, it's gonna push you too far to the left. But the usual way is to just kill the table, jump against this, fall straight down, full backdash.
Full backdash.
Then you're gonna wolf, turn around like this, and here, basically this is your jump frame. And what I do for all of these is actually, once you're holding jump right here and right, instead of doing buffering, you just press map. Obviously I did it slow there because I wanted to exaggerate it, but that most of the time is gonna put you either before or exactly on the frame you want. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh, I actually got a different frame. That can happen sometimes if you dash in a slightly weird way. There we go. So, map. And there I just needed to do 2 buffers and I'm in. So, the visual cue is this chair in the background. Now, are you playing on analog? Sorry, with an analog signal? A CRT with the Xbox?
No, I'm doing LCD.
Okay, so you're gonna be able to see it, is basically what I'm saying. Because I know that on CRT is really shitty to see. But yeah, this chair right here, you're gonna line it up with this line in the map. And it can be either exactly straight, or it can be a little bit here to the right of it. And you know... oh, I pressed that. But you know that those are the 2 frames that work. Basically
on the
want to
buffer
jump
after the jump.
Where these 2 pixels of the wolf's ear or head, I guess, that's your jump frame. And yeah, you just hold jump and you press map. Because there's a little bit of a natural delay when you do that instead of buffering. And yeah, the chair is lined up. You can transform this bat and you wing smash. And that's it. And unfortunately, on Xbox you don't see this beautiful picture. What else did I have? Here, okay. Here in this location, what you want to do is you can walk forward to do a little bit of a mana prism. Backdash, hold up to let yourself a little bit of room in order to gravity boot. Gravity boot left. Fly up, gravity boot right. Do this with a transformation. And here, what you want to do is wing smash up and untransform. And then do a gravity boot to the left and do that double miss I was talking about in the middle of the room so that you don't have to line up. And from here, you obviously just do the standard stuff and go to double. And you can go diagonal like this at the end. But basically, you can bonk like this, but usually it won't be an issue. This is still fine if you do it a little bit early, because then you can, the bat kind of scoots around and still be okay. Okay, did I have anything else in particular prepared? Yeah, I think that was all.
Here we go through the...
If you have any questions in particular about any of these, because I went kind of quickly.
So double misting? Like, how
Where?
would you go about that?
You just press mist, you let go and press and hold it again. So instead of pressing like this, like look at my mana. Like a normal mist does this, does 2 ticks of 10 mana. And when you press it, let it go and hold it again, it's either gonna do half of the mana or none. And the animation is gonna basically untransform instantly, which you can't usually do.
I see it. Yeah, I never. Never think there was like a mechanic tailored like.
Yeah, I think I saw it from one of the passes. Probably the all bosses over legs one, or low percent wolf, or something like that. But yeah, that's obviously, as you can see, I'm out of practice and I will need to duress a little bit on these. But still, they're like not.
Alright.
Once you know what to do, they're not that complicated.
Yeah, like I said, like just gotta perfect the sloppy movement in like caverns and mines. Then I'll start learning like the easy clips and everything. Cause like that from from gallery into the caverns clip, like that saves a lot of time, doesn't it?
Around 20 something.
That's a lot of time, yeah.
Yeah, significant amount. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me stop my recording.
Yeah. Show me a library clip.